At Georgetown, they beat Drexel.
James enters his last 2 years of high school as the top prospect in the nation.
I don't want nobody to pass me. I mean, they say I'm the best player in the country, and I wanted to keep it that way for the next 2 years.
I always knew he was going to be good. I got to admit, never knew it was going to get this big, though.
James spent the summer showcasing his talents at various camps throughout the United States, but attracted nationwide attention for his dominating performance in mid-July at the ABCD camp in New Jersey.
I just wanted to play my game. My game is I can score, but I can pass too, and I can rebound. I can do so many things that can help my team win, and that's what I did.
It was also during that camp that stories began to surface about James hoping to become the first to leave high school early and turn pro. But as he prepares to enter his junior season here at St. Vincent St. Mary, he and his mother decided to set the record straight.
To squash it all, he's going to finish high school. Everything is coming fast enough. There's no need to rush it.
I never considered that. It wasn't even the thought. You really can't even do that. I don't want to go through that. I want to graduate with my class. I got 3 best friends, Drew, Willie, and Shion. And high school you can't come back to. And prom you can't come back to. I talked to Tracy McGrady when I was in New Jersey, and he just told me a lot of things that just inspired me. Like, when you get out on the court, you got no friends. And when I get out on the court, sometimes I underestimate who I'm playing against because they might be on the same level as me. But he told me that it don't matter who you playing, you just gotta kill them. And that's what I'm coming into the year next year with. Whoever we play, I'm coming out to get them.
All St. Vincent St. Mary opponents should consider that fair warning. From Akron, Carrie Sayers, Ohio Sports Report.
Who could have predicted that kid would become this guy, the king of the NBA, in such a short amount of time? LeBron James, you're looking at him getting ready for the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers will also be on the road tomorrow night. As they say, there are no days off in the NBA.
To LeBron for a jam! Here goes LeBron all the way! Two-handed jam!
LeBron James has about a 40-inch vertical leap, unlimited range on his jump shot, but the strength of his game could be his passing.
Some of the stuff he do, I sit back, I look over at my teammates like, dang, I know he didn't just do that.
Last season, he won a second state championship and was the first sophomore named to USA Today's All-America team.
He's the best player I've seen at the high school level in my life.
James outside for 3!
He's an all-around great player. He has it all, definitely. He's very athletic. He has a lot of poise, and he can do almost everything.
James is young enough to have been born during Michael Jordan's rookie season and talented enough that some say he might be the next Jordan. The two number 23s have already played together.
I heard from an NBA source that this summer when he worked out with Michael Jordan that the 2 best players in the gym were Penny Hardaway and LeBron James.
For me, it could be compared to Michael, Magic, Kobe, all the ones that's making so success in the league. It's great, and I'm going to just keep working hard, and someday it could be another one that could be compared to me.
James has created such a buzz that his team can no longer play here in its own gym. It's too small. They now play their home games at the University of Akron, where the capacity is about 6,000, and you never know who might show up.
When Shaq came to our game the other day, that was crazy. I mean, I know he's a good player, probably the best player in the country in high school, and he'd be one of the best players in college if you added that too. But Shaq shows up to your game, I don't know, that was just wild to me.
I wish there were a book or something I could have read beforehand, but this is all new territory.
Every game that we have is sold out. I can remember my freshman year, it was only 300 people in the stands, not knowing nothing about us. But now it's sold out every night, 5,000 to 6,000. And, but I'm liking it.
James is already the subject of a sneaker war between Adidas and Nike. His high school wears Adidas, and James receives custom-made sneakers complete with his initials and number. Nike says it's trying to build a relationship with James and his family, but can't sign him until he turns pro.
Hopping and bouncing, shaking and baking, goes to the basket, scores. Nice play by LeBron.
James thought about challenging an NBA rule which says you can't turn pro until your high school class graduates. He figured he's as old as Ty Tryon, and he's a pro.
You know, golfers come out, you know, they start young, you know, that's how it is. But, you know, life is not fair. So you just got to live with life, and you just got to be patient. I've been patient this long, I can be patient for another year.
Remember, we're a team sport. It's not golf or tennis or figure skating. It's very difficult for our teams who have to make judgments on player talent to do so when a player is, was very young.
James is 17. He's staying in school. He says he's thinking about college, but few expect him to go. In the meantime, the legend continues to grow of the schoolboy from Akron, who some say just might be the next Jordan.
If all goes well and he stays healthy and continues to remain focused as he has been and work to improve and get better, someday that statement may be very, very true.
And for a bit of perspective, we bring in college basketball analyst extraordinaire Jay Billis. And so we've seen what LeBron James can do against high school kids. I've heard some people say he's ready for the NBA now. Is he?
Well, I don't know if he's ready for the NBA now. I think he can compete in the NBA and compete favorably if he were to go right now. He's certainly as good as some of the underclassmen that left college early and are in the NBA as we speak. But is his game ready to be ultra competitive on the league as he will be in the future? The answer is probably no. He's only 17, 18 years old. But, you know, LeBron James has got the full package. I saw him this summer. There's nothing he can't do on a basketball court. He's got a unique understanding of the game. He's very athletic. He can shoot it. He can handle it as well. There's no question he's going to be a great player, and he's really the best high school player I've ever seen.
So he's further along then than, say, Kwame Brown, Tyson Chandler, Eddie Curry, the guys who went straight last year?
Way further along.
All right, so he's better than those guys. We've also heard a lot of people say that maybe he will try and challenge the NBA's rule about the high school class having to graduate and try and jump to the NBA this very year. You are, in addition to being a college basketball expert, also an attorney. Do you think he has a chance in court with that?
I would not think so, and here's why. I don't want to get too technical on the legal side of it, but the rule that is in place that does not allow a player whose high school class has not yet graduated to enter the NBA draft was collectively bargained between the Players Association and the league. Therefore, it would probably be safe from an antitrust challenge, which is the route that LeBron James would have to take if he wanted to go his senior year in high school before he graduated. One, I don't think he will try to do that because the NBA will fight that tooth and nail because they don't want to encourage younger kids to come out. But this kid, it may be appropriate for him to skip college because he's probably going to make more money in endorsements and from shoe content.
With the first pick in the 2003 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
There he is with his mom, Gloria. Gloria sacrificed a lot, gave birth to LeBron when she was 16, on their own at 19, living on assistance, food stamps, and here they are just a short time later, $100 million in contract, endorsements in basketball, and LeBron James makes a great American story. From tough times to tremendous success. The second player from high school selected first overall, Kwame Brown of the Washington Wizards, doing it a couple of years ago. High school games on national TV, and what has been the most impressive to me is how he's handled the unprecedented hype.
Well, you know what's amazing to me is we are actually going to see LeBron James jerseys. We're going to see Cleveland Cavalier jerseys in Montana, in LA, in New York, in Chicago. And his impact is not just going to be on the court. It's going to be felt all across the landscape of America.
You know, you got to love this guy, too, in terms of his poise and the way he's really handled himself through all this adversity. I mean, this is a great moment for him and his family, obviously, but also for the city of Cleveland.
It is for Cleveland as well, and here is LeBron James on the Sprite set with Michelle Tafoya.
Mike, thanks. LeBron, this was a moment years in the making, and even though you knew you were going to be the top pick in the draft, you said you weren't sure how you'd feel when David Stern actually called your name. So I have to ask you, what was the moment like?
It was great. You know, this is a long-time dream to finally accomplish this, and it finally shows that the hard work has finally paid off for me.
And a lot lies ahead. You will most certainly be the most scrutinized rookie in the history of the NBA. What will make a successful season by your definition in the rookie year?
You know, seeing our team get better every day. I think that's going to be the biggest accomplishment for us because last year we weren't pretty good. But if I feel like we get better every day as a team, that's going to be my biggest goal this year.
There has been some talk that they might want to play you at the point guard. What do you think?
I think I'm going to be ready for it. You know, for anything that Coach Silas needs me to do for my team to win, I think I'm going to be happy about it.
You threw out to Carmelo Anthony, basically game on. Let's vie for Rookie of the Year. Let's compete. Why will you win that contest?
You know, I think, I'm not sure I'm going to win the contest. I just think that I'm just going to try to get my teammates better. You know, I'm not looking for individual things. I'm all about the team.
Well, the team wears this jersey on the road, LeBron. Here it is. Enjoy it.
All right, Cavs fans back at home.
Mike, back
Pops,
to you.
what up?
Ohio's own LeBron James becomes the first player taken in the #1 overall selection.